Hello and welcome to the first video of my review of the Darkmoon Faire cards. They've just been released today. The last ones that were still to be shown, and I'm going to be looking at each card and not reviewing it from 1 to 5, but just giving my initial thoughts on it and potential archetypes that might arise from this set. So we begin with the Demon Hunter cards. First card here is Fell Scream Blast, which says Lifesteal, deal 1 damage to a minion and its neighbours. So, it's similar to the Mage card Shooting Star, which dealt 1 damage to a minion and its neighbours, but did not have the Lifesteal tag as well. Notably, this works very well with Il'gynoth, which changes the Lifesteal to be dealing damage to the enemy hero instead of healing. So I think you would probably play this in that deck. The problem is obviously that this is a legendary, so you're not always going to have this available for you. It seems alright. I don't think you're going to see it apart from in that deck. Next, Throwglaive. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it dies, add a temporary copy of this to your hand. So this may as well just say Echo, except the difference is that it only triggers if you kill a minion. So, in the reveal stream, for instance, it killed a bunch of 1/1s or 2/2s, and it just kept on going, still having to pay 1 mana, of course. But this seems like a versatile clear. Demon Hunter has a lot of clears, but this seems like it could do alright. Next card, Redeemed Pariah, 2 mana 2/3. After you play an Outcast card, gain +1/+1. So, how many Outcast cards are you actually playing in a deck normally? In Soul Demon Hunter, you're only playing Skull of Gul'dan and I think Consume Magic as well. But in the old aggressive version of Demon Hunter, which I think this card would fit in quite well, because you used to have to play cards like that 2 mana 2/3 that had Enrage, which I've forgotten the name of, Amani Berserker. This is better than a Mani Berserker for sure, because this scales with the health as well as the attack. So this is a possibility for some sort of aggressive Demon Hunter deck, which you're not going to have a lot of Outcast cards anyway, but you have enough that this has a lot of upside. Next card, Acrobatics. Talk about another aggressive Demon Hunter card. Draw 2 cards. If you play both this turn, draw 2 more. So, if you're playing a lot of cheap cards, 1 mana cost, 2 mana cost, this is basically 3 mana draw 4. Except you're obviously playing it on a later turn than on 3 mana. I really like this card. 3 mana draw 2 is alright as it is. It's just an Arcane Intellect. It's a cheaper draw card for Demon Hunter. Similar to Spectral Sight. But I like that has the possibility of drawing 2 more, which you might want to do on a turn that you've not got a lot of cards in your hand anyway, like say on turn 6 or turn 7. Next card, 3 mana 3/2 weapon, Dreadlord's Bite, Outcast, deal 1 damage to all enemies. This seems like a pretty nice card. Outcast, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I'm not sure how often that's going to actually kill anything. It could be good in the early game to kill a 4/4, for instance. But it seems like a solid weapon apart from that. It might not be a deck that you want to be playing Marrow Slicer in, and perhaps you want to be playing Outcast cards instead, so that works well with that archetype. Fellsteel Executioner, 3 mana 4/3 corrupt, become a weapon. Here's the weapon it looks like. It's got its face, and he's turned into a bunch of tendrils instead of the handle. Only triggers when it's corrupted though, so you have to play a minion or a card that costs more than 3 mana while this is in your hand. The 4/3 weapon is obviously very nice for 3 mana. It's difficult to get this to trigger in the sort of deck you want to play playing it in though. Although I suppose you could be playing cards like Skull of Gul'dan that you're going to be able to play this with. Not a lot of expensive cards though, that it's a bit off curve as well. Next card, Insatiable Fellhound, 3 mana 2/5 taunt, with Corrupt gain +1/+1 in lifesteal. So sometimes this is going to become A 3 mana 3/6. Wow. Insane. With lifesteal as well. So again, you always have to think Il'gynoth, lifesteal. This has some potential for dealing damage to the opponent rather than healing you. I like this card. I'm not entirely convinced about the lifesteal archetype. I don't think that you're going to be playing lifesteal throughout the deck. I think this is just going to be like a package, like you're playing like Il'gynoth, 2 Fellhounds, and Eldrazi Warblades. But that seems like a good card to play in the deck anyway. Taunt, so Demon Hunters don't have that much taunt anyway as it stands. For instance, back when aggressive Demon Hunters were the roaming ladder, if you could just deal damage to their face and they wouldn't be able to stop you, except for some healing. So this seems alright. 3 mana 3/4 Line Hopper, your Outcast cards cost 1 less. So this is the reason why you play the Outcast archetype or a aggressive deck with Outcast cards. All your Outcast cards are costing 1 less. A lot of crazy shenanigans happening a bit earlier. Mana reduction is obviously very good. I see a lot of potential for this in that archetype. Not with a deck like Soul Demon Hunter, where to make your Skull go down cost 5. That's not that good because yeah, it wouldn't work unless you've got a bunch of Outcast cards in your deck. Next card, Relentless Pursuit for 3 mana. Give your hero +4 attack and immune this turn. Main thing here I see is the +4 attack, which is quite nice, although you have got Twin Slice, which is a bit cheaper, that does the same thing. Immune this turn, I'm not sure how often that's the most important part of this card. Perhaps that's why you play it, but if you're playing it to get the immune, why wouldn't you just play Blur, for instance, which is cost 0. Damage is always obviously good. If it gives you immune, that means it's kind of like healing if you're attacking a minion. Holding reservations about this. Stilt Stepper, 3 mana 4/1. Battlecry, draw a card. If you play it this turn, give your hero +4 attack this turn. So, if you're playing an aggressive style deck, similar to the Acrobatics card, you're playing Stilt Stepper, you're getting that +4 attack this turn, obviously, because you're playing that card in the same turn. You're not playing this on turn 3, you're playing it on turn 4 or 5, and you're going to get that effect to trigger. I'm not sure if it's amazing to be playing in that deck because of the possibility of it just being a 3 mana 4/1 draw a card, which is obviously not good enough. 1 health is terrible stat line, really. But that effect and drawing a card, that's why you play the card. You're not playing it for the stats, you're playing it for the effect. Il'gynoth, 4 mana 2/6 lifesteal. Your lifesteal damages the enemy hero instead of healing you. So the way that I see this card being played, for the most part, is with Eldrazi Warblades. Eldrazi Warblades with this is insane because if you can just buff up this, buff up to maybe like you got 4 attack, so Eldrazi Warblades plus Twin Slice. Instead of dealing 4 damage, the Eldrazi Warblades, if you've got Il'gynoth on the board, is dealing 8 damage to the hero if you're attacking face. So perhaps there could be some sort of big damage burst combo with Il'gynoth. I think we're going to see this a lot. Next card, Renowned Performer, 4 mana 3/3, Rush, Death Rattle, Summon, 2 1/1 assistance with Taunt. I'm not really convinced about this card. It looks very it looks like it's very useful, for like stats and effect wise. I don't think you're playing it in an actual deck. It looks to me like an arena card, where it's obviously very nice, but I don't think it's going to be a mainstay in Constructed. I just don't think it's going to be seen, especially with other cards which have effects which complement each other. I do like it that it gives you Taunt though, because Taunt's going to help you stall. Next card, Zai the Incredible, 5 mana 5/3 legendary, Battlecry, copy the left and rightmost cards in your hand. This card has like combo and value written all over it. If you're playing any sort of Demon Hunter that's not primarily aggressive, like with the Acrobatics and lots of cheap minions, you're going to probably want to be playing Zai the Incredible in some of those decks, probably not all. But imagine if you can copy your twin slices and then on one turn you can deal like 20 damage to face, for instance, with some sort of Il'gynoth combo. Crazy things can happen here. I really like the card. Stat line doesn't matter too much because it's giving you 2 cards. And they stay at the left and right side as well, so if you copied a Skull of Gul'dan on the left side, then you get another Skull of Gul'dan on the left side, and now you can set up your combo with 2 skulls in a row. Now, the card which I'm most looking forward to, or most not looking forward to playing against, is Bladed Lady. Definitely an amazing card here. 6 mana, 6/6 rush, costs 1 if your hero has 6 or more attack. That's an insanely easy effect to pull off there. Marrow Slicer plus Twin Slice. This is going to be 1 mana card very often. And the fact that it has rush and is able to clear a minion or 2 over multiple turns is just, again, very good. Next card, 7 mana card here, Expendable Performers. Epic here. Summon 7/1/1 Illidari with rush. If they all die this turn, summon 7 more. So, maximum effect here is it's going to be able to deal with 14 points of health on the opponent's board. It doesn't trigger a 3rd time. I don't see a place for this card in the current Demon Hunter decks. Perhaps if there was some sort of combo or control Demon Hunter archetype, they might want to play this, but I can't really see this as it stands. Perhaps if in like a Highlander deck and you're wanting more removal, this might be alright. But apart from that, I don't think it's good enough. So thank you for watching my Demon Hunter review. And next I'll be looking at the Druid cards. So hope to see you there.